Hi everyone. I want to share with you today about some words from Friedrich or Ulrich Zwingli, a famous reformer from Swiss. His date was from 1484 to 1531. He was killed at the battlefield because that is why he had a short life. He was educated in some universities in Italy and Swiss, and he got baptized by the water of Renaissance. Especially, he met the famous Erasmus in about 1515, and from that time he studied the Greek New Testament by himself, and he became the people's priest and priest of the parish in Choi, Swiss, from 1519. And when he arrived in Choi, he decided that he no longer followed the ritual given from Rome paper from Rome. So he decided to preach from chapter by chapter from the New Testament. And it was very new at the time, but in the early church, by the church fathers, there was pretty known at the time. So that means he would not follow the church, the Roman Catholic Church, but he tried to follow the Word of God. What I wanted to share with you today is what we are thinking about everything, and especially our faith and Christianity and theology. It must be standed on the Word of God. And after we have something, when we read the Bible, our pre-knowledge or our theology or our thinking we have already got impacted to understand our reading of the Word of God. But we must listen from Zwingli when he shared his idea about this one, about 1522. That means after he became the people's priest in Choi, about 3 years later, he was speaking in front of the conference of nuns. The title was "Of the Clarity and Certainty of the Word of God." That means the Word of God is very clear and very certain for our theology and our way of thinking. Let me read what he said. When I was younger, I gave myself overmuch to human teaching, like others of my day. And when about 7 or 8 years ago, I undertook to devote myself entirely to the scriptures, I was always prevented by philosophy and theology. So at this time, he was speaking 1522, about 7 or 8 years ago, means 1515. That is when he met Erasmus. So after he met Erasmus, he concentrated to study the New Testament from the original word, that is Greek. And when he tried to understand the words, always his theology, his philosophy is kind of a stumbling block to understand the Word of God. But eventually I came to the point where, led by the Word and Spirit of God, I saw the need to set aside all these things and to learn the doctrine of God direct from His own Word. This is what I want to do. I want listen, I want learn directly from the Word of God, directly from the Word of God. So when I want, when I study the Bible, I try to set aside everything like empty, and then I listen to the words very fresh way, and then I want to examine my theology, my thought, my way of thinking, and then if I find something is wrong in my side, I want to change it. That's the main goal of my reading or study of the Word of God. Then I began to ask God for light, and the scriptures became far clearer to me. The scriptures became far clearer to me. That is what I want. So from now on, when I read the Bible, and if I find something, I want to share with you. Thank you very much. We must listen from the Word of God. See you again.